Most people don't give a second thought to the cable connecting their amp to their speaker cabinet, but that is usually where the signal chain starts to fall apart. You pick up this GLS audio cable, and the first thing you notice is that it feels substantial. It has this thick, 10.5 rubber jacket that feels like it could survive being dragged across a stage or stepped on a dozen times without flinching. It is not one of those flimsy, plastic-feeling cords that kinks up the moment you take it out of the bag. This thing has some real weight to it, which is exactly what you want when you are pushing power from an amp. Now here is the thing about the wiring inside. A lot of companies throw around the term gauge like it is just a marketing buzzword, but this is true American wire gauge. That 12 AWG thickness is no joke. It means there is enough copper in there to handle high-power signals without the cable acting like a bottleneck. You can actually feel the difference in the density compared to those cheaper, generic cables that feel hollow or light. It is a bit of a relief to find something that isn't cutting corners on the actual conductive material. The 1/4-inch TS connectors feel solid too. They snap into the jacks with a satisfying click, and there is no annoying wiggle or signal dropout when you move around. It is a simple, no-nonsense piece of gear, but it does its job with a level of reliability that is getting harder to find. One small touch that actually makes a difference is the included hook and loop wrap. It sounds minor, but having a way to keep the cable coiled neatly instead of letting it turn into a tangled mess in the gear bag is a huge plus. If there is one thing to nitpick, it is that the thick rubber jacket makes the cable a little stiff. It is not the most pliable thing in the world, so if you are looking for something that drapes like a silk ribbon, this might feel a bit rigid for your taste. But honestly, that stiffness is just a byproduct of the heavy-duty shielding and the thick copper core, so it is a trade-off that is well worth making for the sake of durability. It is refreshing to see a company focus on the actual specs, rather than just slapping a fancy label on a thin wire. For anyone tired of replacing cables every few months because they start crackling or losing signal, this is a massive step up. It is built to be a workhorse, and it definitely feels like it will be around for the long haul. It is not flashy, and it doesn't have any gimmicks, but it gets the signal from point A to point B exactly how it should. Sometimes, the best piece of gear is just the one that you can plug in and completely forget about because it just works. That is exactly what this is.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.